For those of you who are watching today's episode on YouTube, you'll notice right away that this episode looks a little bit different. And regardless of if you're watching or listening, you'll probably notice a little bit of a different sound. I will get to that in just a minute. But first, the introduction to today's episode. Today, we're going to talk about if things aren't working like you want them to in your business, in your marketing, in your funnel, in your website, in your offer, you have to be willing to pivot, to adapt. If this is advice you might need today or other days, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, do everything you can to engage with today's episode so that you get more content like this delivered to you, and so the magical algorithms of the internet know to share this with more people like you who will find it valuable. Let's dive into today's episode.
These are the proven direct response marketing, copywriting, and entrepreneurship success strategies you can use today to write your own ticket and create the life you want. I am Roy Furr, and this is Breakthrough Marketing Secrets. Now, here's today's breakthrough.
All right, today's sponsor, as usual, is me. We'll just keep this straightforward. If you have not yet, I want you to check out the BTMSinsiders training library. It's like Netflix for copywriting and marketing training. So you pay one low fee, you get instant streaming access to everything. You just log in and it's all there. Binge it, watch what you want, whatever. It's all there and yours for as long as you remain a member. And the link is in the description. So, like I said at the beginning, today's episode is a very different episode. It's actually Monday for me, even though you're getting this episode on Tuesday. I typically record at least a day in advance. And it being Monday, today's the first day of the week. And it's a very different week for me, at least at the beginning of the week. Because over the weekend, my son, came down with a sore throat and actually ended up testing positive for COVID. And so what we've tried to do to keep transmission as low as possible in the house is we're isolating in different parts of the house. My wife is with my son with COVID in the basement where her office is, since she does telehealth. She needs to be in that more private space. And I'm upstairs with the other kids. None of the rest of us have tested positive so far. But since my office is in the basement, that means I don't have access to my office for the week. And so my entire setup is different. My day is different. My schedule is different. It's been going on today. It'll probably go on for at least the next few days. And, I'm just accepting the fact that I have to deal with it. And this happens in life. It's a completely normal thing. In fact, going back thousands of years, I don't know how much you're aware of the school of it's philosophy, but it's like a real practical philosophy of stoicism. It's something that has continued to shape my life, at least some of the core lessons. And inside philosophy, there is inside stoicism, there's this principle of Amor Fati, which basically means love fate, love your fate. And it actually has parallels in all sorts of different wisdom traditions. But what this is about is it's about embracing that life does not always go your way. And, there's a difference between accepting fate, which is like, oh, this isn't what I want, but, I'll deal with it, versus, you know what, this isn't what I want. And it's an opportunity for me to do something different, to pivot, to change, to adapt, right? And so the question is, are you willing to love your fate? Are you willing to love when things don't go your way? Are you willing to change and to adapt, and not only to do it begrudgingly, but to do it in a way where you are actually embracing that change, embracing the adaptation that's required? By the way, muscles getting stronger, that is adaptation to a stressful stimulus. Any kind of growth comes about because of adaptation to a stressful stimulus. And so if you're willing to embrace these stressful stimuli, you are going to grow. And the same thing applies emotionally, physically, mentally, spiritually, whatever. If you are willing to embrace the stressful stimulus, you have opportunities for growth. And so this happens in life. It also happens in marketing and business. So a campaign doesn't go your way. okay, what do you do? Are you going to let that just completely crash your mood, or are you going to let that make you stronger, make you go back to the drawing board, make you adapt and pivot and change that campaign until it works, and learn from those changes that you made, and the lessons learned from the testing that was required to get it to work? If a client falls through, are you willing to, will you embrace this adapting? Can you embrace like figuring out, okay, the client fell through, what do I do? Am I going to try and win them back? Am I going to try and get a new client? What is it, right? Or if an offer isn't working as you expected, what are you going to do? Are you going to tweak the offer? You can change it. You're going to make it into something different. Um, or if you are kicked out of your home office and also you're kind of trying to isolate from public, so you can't go to, like, I don't know, the library or coffee shop or something, are you going to figure out a way to make it work? And if you are not able to figure out a way to make it work, then you're going to deal with a lot more negative stress in life, and you're not going to be able to embrace that growth power, that growth potential that is in that's in connecting with stress in a positive way. And so really what it comes down to, if you do want to make the most of these negative situations and use them as growth opportunities instead of just shutting down, it comes down to following a simple 3-step process. Step number 1 is to accept. You have to do this like emotionally, subconsciously. By the way, my training your subconscious success mechanism training that's inside BTMS Insiders, I'll include a link to that as well. That might be a good thing to check out as part of this, because it is in part about this, right? So step 1 is to accept. You have to accept the situation as it is. And this isn't just like a logical acceptance. This is an emotional acceptance. Like, am I emotionally willing to accept that, hey, this did not go my way, and that I'm going to embrace that situation and make the most of it? Then you have to pivot. So you accept it, then you pivot, you adapt, you pivot to the new reality. You acknowledge reality as it is, and you adjust what you are doing to account for that. And then 3, you have to act. You have to come up with a new plan, make a new plan, take action based on this new reality that you're dealing with. And, so for example, today, I'm accepting not just today, but for a lot of the week, that I'm not going to be working out of my normal workspace, my normal home office. And there are going to be some things that are interesting and new and fun about that. And there are going to be some things that are challenging about that. But I'm accepting it. I'm accepting it top to bottom, left to right, all around. And then I'm pivoting. I came up with a new plan. I'm figuring it out. I have like a laptop tray, and I have, my webcam, but I decided I'm not going to bring my mic up, and, all these different changes, right? And then with that plan in place, then I'm acting. I'm taking action to adapt to this new reality. And it's really that exact same process that happens over and over and over and over again, no matter how big or small the problem. And the more that you're able to go through this process of accepting things, pivoting, and then acting based on your new plan, the more effective you will be at anything that you want to take on in life. And don't forget to check out the link in the description to BTMS Insiders. And you might want to check out that Training Your Subconscious Success Mechanism video as well, that training as well, inside BTMS Insiders. I'm Roy Furr. This is Breakthrough Marketing Secrets. And, every day in every episode, I'm here trying to help you increase your marketing genius, your business genius, your copywriting genius. And a lot of times it's this metacognition, this thinking about the way that we think, thinking about how we deal with the world, that is going to determine the results that we get. Aside from any tactical things that I could teach you, if I teach you how to deal with stressful situations better, you're going to be able to be more successful. You're going to express more genius in everything that you do. And so I hope that I've succeeded with today's episode, and I will catch you again for, episode 2 of the COVID Chronicles tomorrow. I'll see you soon. Bye.
Thank you once again for tuning in to this daily episode of Breakthrough Marketing Secrets. Remember, check out the links with this episode for even more value. Now make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, and engage in every way you can to keep this show going and growing and delivering daily value to you. I'll catch you soon for your next big breakthrough.